let me see, that I got 2 calls from persons, and I stopped to go back to see if I could find the numbers about this same issue. And I wanted to say, I continue, I get a lot of calls on my phone on a daily basis about that number of things going on in Trinidad, Tobago, and the world. Text messages, sometimes they send you information and they don't want to be known, and so on. But I heard of this. And I made a call on Sunday to ask the question if it was a legitimate one. I want to say this morning. I want to say this morning. We must do things with a little respect, whether it be true or not true. If, Bruce, if you so desire that you want to throw your hat in the ring, in the political arena, for any position or any place, in any election, do so. But don't try to stifle people. Don't try to ill-treat persons for your own political gain or personal gain. Let me tell Trinidad and Tobago something. I ain't ready to burst my bubble yet. And I ain't ready to talk yet. Because one thing nobody will get from me is sitting down on nobody's dashboard in nobody's position and have my head moving up and down to suit you. If something wrong, it's wrong. And if it's right, it's right.
Oh, yeah.
If I am the representative for our area, all of us belong to the same political organization. And you, Bruce, want to be in my area doing all kind of things without even notifying me, but we belong to the same place. So you and I working in the same radio station, right? You're the DJ, and I am the talk show host. But ever so often you coming in and taking over my position, pushing in yourself and carrying on as though you're the talk show host, and you forget that you're the DJ. So you looking to take my job and throw me out. You understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. But we
Fully
working in the same place.
Yeah.
We trying to accomplish the same goals, but we playing a nasty game with one another. Because you know why? When you tell yourself that you could walk over people sometimes, you will do that. Or they ain't gonna like me. And spreading rumors about who is dead horse, who ain't performing, who ain't doing. But if you had a man in a position and you're not giving him nothing to perform with, how are you going to judge him?
Yeah, true.
Give me work to do, and if I ain't doing the work, you could judge me. But if you ain't giving me nothing to do, how in God's earth you want to judge me on that? Oh, little wicked boy. Don't push me and get me vexed. That's all I'm saying, you know, because I am not one of them to sit down and allow that nonsense to continue. Fix it. Because people talking about it. But they're afraid to talk or because they're afraid they lose their work. Fix it. Right. I'm telling all you know. Fix it.
Sharon, at this time,
Going to the
headlines.
Yes, go ahead.
And we'll be right back. So keep it locked.
News from the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I am Jason Thomas, and this is the 6 a.m. headlines on the Street 919 FM Street TV, brought to you courtesy Green Dot Limited. In the headlines, U.S. Ambassador says he spoke to National Security Minister on Venezuelan Vice President's visit. The Attorney General appeals to the public to apply pressure to the opposition regarding the bail bill. Regionally, CARICOM sends election observation mission to Suriname. And internationally, Vice President of South Sudan contracts coronavirus. Those were the morning's headlines, courtesy Green Dot Limited. A major newscast comes up at 7 a.m. I am Jason Thomas. Do have a good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.
All right, so we are back. And it's 6:03 a.m. I'm going to say a little more on this, but I'm leaving it right there for today. All the best fix it. I'll leave it right there for today. I don't like advantage and thing, I don't like to see people, don't do people things unnecessary that they don't need to do. But be too disrespectful, and that is from since in the last regime. Too damn disrespectful. That's why you see, I just tell all you, I good where I am, Because I know for sure, they ain't going to be able to take my mouth. Anyhow, moving on. No, serious. They won't be able to take my mouth. I ain't taking no nonsense from nobody. That is stupidness. High-class dotishness. You want to go up for an area, so you don't care, you mashing down somebody. If you're working and you're so good, it will not no problem for you to go. And then you have the likes of people who I know real good supporting that stupidness. Supporting that kind of disrespectful behavior and that stupidness. And telling me about who is dead horse and who is not. If you're not giving somebody something to work with, how you expect them to do their work? I want to tell all you, go ahead. Remember, the shoes just be tight on another man's foot when it reach, And let me tell people, wickedness is something don't last for long, God have a way just deal with his shoes. Go ahead. Or let's see what happened the other day. Go ahead. Continue with that stupidness. Thank you. All unjust games are played over. Continue.
All.
Because somewhere, you will be placed in the same position and you would not accept it. Just telling all you. Get it right and fix it. I cannot be the representative for an area and somebody else have all the kudos and all the apparatus to work with, and I have to stand aside. I work hard, I was elected. You won't? And don't call me to tell me what to say, Don't call me to tell me what to say. Because there's something going on for far too long and nobody don't want to touch it. Everybody afraid to fix it. All they better fix it, Trinidad and Tobago, I am interested this morning. Very interested. In let me just get this here. I'm seeing. Let me see. Wait. Come on, man. Come now. I'm seeing U.S. Department.
Which paper is in?
Express. Okay.
Is it inside itself?
As you're going under the bring back the bail bill.
Okay.
Kamla Prasad Bissessa. And anyhow, let me just say, after we come back from the news 7 o'clock, we will be taking the balance of that hour to deal with, because we're going till 8 today, to deal with the essay competition. Kamla Prasad Bissessa and the UNC will not support anything that this government will propose to make TNT a better country or to save the lives of the citizens. Because their politics is such an aggressive one for power that they don't care who fall by the wayside. They don't care who get hurt, because they want power at all means. At all means. This government, Trinidad and Tobago, has done extremely well. Excellent. In the COVID coronavirus era. To keep us afloat and to save lives. Let me ask a question. If a man, or let me say this. If a mason is given a job to put up a wall, and when you look, the wall putting up professionally, the wall going up straight, the wall is accordance to how it's called the blueprint.
Yes.
Right, everything is in accordance to that, and the wall going up straight. When you look, you say, this is
All
a good
standards
mason.
on
All
point.
standards on point. The man working. You go in and remove this man. You go in and remove this mason who already doing a good job. To put another mason, when he start to put up the blocks leaning to fall off. When you stand up and you watch the blocks, it no way is in line with the wall that has already been placed by the mason before. So I'm saying that to tell you, after this handling of this COVID-19 coronavirus, and the way things are happening and the way things are being done, you're going to remove this government to put in a so-called no vision, no management government to come and throw down everything and send us in a hole when everybody will be asking, well, what's going on? I want to remind you, the MP for Naparima is Naparima? The one who say the PNM is the only party to take you out of the morass.
Oh.
Rodney Charles, remember what Rodney said? Those are his words.
Gosh.
You're going to remove this government to put in a government under Kamla Prasad Bisesa? Look at, just do these checks and balances. Look at it. We have a virus, a deadly virus in Trinidad and Tobago. In no other country we heard the opposition fighting for bars to open, for borders to open, for this to open. You have a government trying to...
Sharon?
Yes. We going to the
I
ends?
think.
We going?
Yes, now.
All right. Then a hush.
Yeah,
We'll be back.
Yes, we have a
We'll
few
be back.
seconds, so we'll be right back.
We'll be back before I get stumped off.
The Titans of Democracy on the Street 919 FM. The Titans of Democracy on the Street 919 FM.
We are as good as anybody. And the PNM party is the best party to take Trinidad and Tobago out of the morass and out of the nonsense and out of the stupidity that passes for governance in Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you very much, Bruce, for reminding us. We didn't say it and we didn't doctor the tape. It was said. But you see, the UNC and the opposition, they don't want to work together with the government to flatten the curve of the coronavirus. They don't want to do that.
Nope.
Because you want to make this government look so bad. You're in the side that are going to join hands to work for the best or the betterment of Trinidad and Tobago. But you know, I've come this morning looking to see the papers to see if I hear anything about a minister, a ex-minister, no, sorry, a lie. To hear if I hear about some MP and some bacchanal and some thing. I ain't seen nothing. But I hearing all kind of talk, but you know, I have to be careful of the talk I hear. I ain't see it's a bird, it's a plane writing nothing about that.
Of course not.
I ain't seeing and I'm looking for it and find it ain't no way even on their Facebook page, nothing. I want to ask a question this morning. Madam Kamala Persad Bissessa, where is Barry Padarat? Where is Barry Padarat? He have any intentions of coming back to Trinidad and Tobago? I'm just asking. Where is Barry Padarat at this time? Good morning, Mr. Padarat. And if you're hearing us, you can give me a call and tell us where you are. But we have so much time to make all kind of bacchanal. Bruce, you see you? You will get me in trouble. You opening your business and doing all kind of thing. I tired talk to you, you know. And you're going to start to let the police watch over in your business place. All right. I'm asking again. Sometimes we have to be careful when we have glass windows. Be careful of throwing the stones. So you, Bruce, you want to continue. Let me ask you a question. Listen to this. So we get up a morning and you was told you cannot come back and work on the morning program. I change it and put somebody else. And you get real vexed. You cuss up my tail. You cuss up my tail. You cuss up my tail. Because I'm telling you, Bruce, you had too much a thing over your head. You cuss me up. And you jump on a plane. And you go and you say you're going and meet Tony. You ain't coming back. Bruce, you mustn't behave like that.
True.
So you leave me alone to do the DJing, talk, read the news, the scripts, everything. You leave me alone to do everything. And you're gone. You have no consideration for me. Eh?
Do your thing by yourself.
Yeah. Because you can't get your way. So to hell with you. Trinidad and Tobago today is Wednesday. It's not Bacchanal Wednesday. But you know what has upset me? All you have all your skeleton in closet. All you have all your glass window. But you stand up right through the same glass window, pelting stone at the neighbor. Take that. You know how long I hearing somebody and somebody being investigated and somebody, anyhow. Let me go and take a call, before I get myself in trouble with somebody. Caller,
If you
good
know.
morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Sharon.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. The reason why I'm calling, the station has a very bad hum, and I'm listening from out here in New York on the internet, and it's very low, and it's since Sunday this started. It started Sunday, so somehow could you guys try to rectify it with the technicians and see exactly what jacks or something is very bad? Because when you go to commercials and stuff, everything comes up loud. But when you guys are speaking directly, like, you're on air, you're doing other things, it just goes right back down. Thank you. Have a good
Okay.
day.
Thank you,
All right.
caller.
Thanks.
But just to let you know that the technicians are working on it. Caller, can you
Morning.
lower down your radio, please? The
Yes,
technicians
yes,
are
yes.
working on it. It's not us alone. It's a hum right through. Because
Yeah.
I'm on the internet watching other shows and I'm hearing it. So they're working on the issue. Caller, good morning.
The Sharon Monks and George here.
Monk St.
Yes,
George, oh
when,
good.
yes, when I'm finished talking to you, call, tell me the number, and I'll get it over the radio. I was outside my van and I heard you saying somebody wants to get in touch with me.
But you're telling
Right?
the people good morning every morning.
Well, you give me okay. Well,
You
I am not afraid to give you my number for you to give
No,
them a
wait,
note.
just now. Your number is
Yes.
the 6,000?
Yes.
Right, okay. I will call you.
Right, great. Nice, and not only glass windows. In Tobago, we have glass doors too. So, and it's
Oh,
easier to pelt stone at a door and
yes.
break the door because you could enter the house without somebody not even seeing you passing through the window. So let them continue pelting the stones and see if it doesn't mash up both the windows and the doors.
And the
Yes,
doors.
And the doors.
yes. Yes, you
Thank
all
you,
have a
Monk
very
St. George.
good morning, good day, blessed day. Mr. and Mrs. Regis. Yeah, and Bruce. Morning.
Oi. Morning,
All right.
morning.
Thank you very much,
Right.
Monk
All
St.
right, Miss
George.
Sharon. So you all have a blessed one. I'm on the road.
Okay, darling.
Good. Call
Thank you.
me.
I'll
Yeah.
call you.
Great.
Sharon,
Yeah.
Yes?
I'm not looking right. Fix that.
Where is that?
The way you know squeeze there.
Oh, this? You real scene, boy. Mr. Archer, good morning.
Good morning.
No, this is
Sharon.
a
How are you
pizza.
doing?
No,
This is
wait,
strong
Crown
point.
Point, you hold on, Mr. Archer, there before you
Okay.
hold your turn.
Welcome, brother. Run for pushing himself, poking himself in front of me. Me bigger than you, you know me bigger than you, so me, you have to listen to me. And I'm a cousin to him.
Eh?
I'm a cousin, so you have me a bigger one for you. Listen to me, boy. Right. Sharon, good morning.
Morning, Dudu.
Mr. Bruce, good morning.
Morning,
Mommy
morning.
Toss, my darling, good morning.
How
Mr.
you
and
come
Mrs.
down
Reggie,
so to send
good
that
morning.
one?
My car quick before we time run out.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. and Mrs. Rowley, good morning. Political leader Tracy Davidson, good morning. Mrs. Tracy Davidson Celestine and Mr. Uncle Dennis,
Celestine
good
and
morning.
Mr. Papa.
Sharon,
Yes, sir.
I want to deal with this thing a little, quick.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Sheldon Cunningham is my good friend. He's our good friend. He's everybody in Tobago's friend. He's a gentleman anybody could talk to. But Sharon, from the time now, Sheldon is the gentleman. I want everybody to know. Sheldon is the gentleman who actually put out Mr. Ashojak
But
out of politics.
like certain people forgetting that.
He put out, nobody didn't want to go in Moriah. Nobody didn't want to go in Moriah, National Moriah. Nobody. I tell you no flat. 2013, none of them want to go. But anyhow, Sheldon took up the mantle. And people were doubting that he could have made it. But there are some good Samaritans through the weight behind Mr. Cunningham, likewise myself. We did a lot of work in this North Moriah. And Sheldon came out victorious. Lo and behold, He was there as assistant secretary. Time passed. He become the representative again. He and a good little gentleman showed their hat in the ring. They went for screening. Sheldon came out on top. So the end of the day, that's what caused some of the confusion with the past chief secretary. I don't want to. He did a good job, so to speak. But you have decisions you make. You have to be careful of your making decisions. Because one of the greatest politicians we had in Tobago, passed now, said politics is about people and timing. And when you use people's timing and do foolishness with it, time will come when the person will do that. Because remember, we all are human beings. Because Sharon, if you have a tame dog in a yard and you keep on shaking the dog, you're not backing it, shaking the dog. Every day you're passing, you're shaking the dog. You know one day that dog will back and rush to bite you. Now, Sheldon took a lot of nonsense from a secretary that he worked in. Take a lot of nonsense. You cannot have me in my house, or you cannot have me in the house that I am elected for, or they put me here, and you bring somebody that challenge me, run second behind me, and when they're done, you put him, he or she, over me, and you taking your foot and mashing me down. Christmas, you run in my house and say you're giving me children toys. I'm the father here, you know. Or you come in my house and give me children and them toys. I will put it to say you're coming here to watch my wife. So I will put a stop into that. When time again comes, you walk in again, you're doing something again. I will look to put a stop into that. I might talk to you easy, nobody ain't here. But when you come and you start to do nonsense, walking in, showing this, talking that, doing all kind of things, because a certain man was there, you gallery yourself. Different people come, you have to cool yourself, boy. Cool yourself. We love you too. But you have to be careful. Remember, you have to be careful. Don't put your foot and play your
But
person
Mr.
and
Archer,
thinking
Mr. Archer,
yeah.
if you want to fail me in my performance, and I don't have anything to do, how can you judge me?
You can't judge because
Give me something to do,
to do.
and if I fail, then you have a chance to judge me.
Well, is that?
But
all
you
like
were
that?
told to give me XYZ. You ain't giving me. And then you want to charge me for something that I don't know because I ain't do it.
That is all. That is all. No,
I
Sharon,
don't. You see, only when
Sharon,
I don't like stupidness,
let
boy.
me tell you something. I am a serious seller where election is concerned. I don't hide nobody for it. If they select a candidate, and I think I say, hey, you see that candidate, whether he or she there, I see that candidate, he or she ain't good. Me and play all deceitful. Good, but from the day they put Sheldon Cunningham in that place, I always query him. Sheldon could call. I used to go and talk to him. But remember, I leave. I'm nowhere in infrastructure again to see Cunningham. Cunningham needs somebody to sit down and talk with him. And nobody had talk. I used to go up every morning. And he's a praying fella. You know. When you go to Cunningham, first thing he tell you, let us pray. One thing he does is start to pray. And me and he will sit down and talk. I said, boy, listen. Don't study this timing. The timing will be right. Relax and so on. No, you just leave him there. And somebody taking advantage on him. When he talk to Soup, imagine sometimes the certain people have to tell him they have meetings.
Yeah, nothing. They don't, not telling them. And you know, it have people going around and talking a certain nonsense.
Yes, Sharon.
If you in charge of something, Mr. Archer, if you in charge of something, I am in charge of this. I am in charge of this area. You think you could come in Trinidad and do this kind of nonsense?
No, you can't do that.
You think my member of parliament for St. Joseph is Terence Dial Singh? Do you think that another member of parliament will come into this area without notifying him, look, well, you know, we're coming in to do XYZ, and, you know, I want to get your feedback, or I want you to accompany me, or what are the problems you have in the constituency? Why are we doing that?
Sharon, I want to give other people a chance, but
Oh,
Sharon,
get me
don't
vexed
take
this
common
morning,
name
yes.
chance.
I want to,
Common name chance. You going in school and go and give books and pencil and things, and they represent. Man, Sharon, listen.
all them mad, yes.
Nobody ever do
That's
that.
stupidness.
And you know what happened? When I decide to explore, all them people know me. When I decide to explore, Salon told me once, they said, brother, leave that. Leave that alone. Because I did decide when I go in sorting forum, I would have explored. He said, no, don't do that. But unfortunately, it come out. Sheldon, I'm on the radio. I'm telling you, I am supporting you, and the group that I am in, we are supporting you. Not to do wrong. We are supporting you. And Sharon, thanks for the little time on the radio. Mr. Ira George, thank you. God put you here, brother. If it wasn't you, no African man, no young people in Trinidad and Tobago would never be educated in certain way. Thanks again, Brother Bruce. Morning.
Thank you, Mr. Archer. Crown
Yes,
Point.
Mr. Archer.
Sharon, good morning.
Morning, Crown Point.
Bruce, good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world by extension, and a special morning to all the heavy rollers of the titans of democracy. They know themselves. Sharon, this thing not going now, you know. You're going a long time. But I some Tobago talk this morning. You're going a long time. And up to yesterday, somebody called me and tell me about the same thing what the goodly gentleman is doing. For example, last year, December, Cunningham gave his Christmas treat with, you know, and he went after and did the same thing. So it's a long time this guy doing this thing. He wanted to come down on my side, but the people and him stopped him before he even entered. And that is a plan orchestrated by the former chief tech.
Oh, God, don't make no claims that thing where we insure, please, I beg you.
Okay, it is alleged.
Please, do not make no claims that things that we don't have proof on.
But that is wrong, right? What they are forgetting that Sheldon is the man who slay the giant up in East North, right? Sheldon is the man who slay the giant, and they are forgetting that Sheldon is a senior assemblyman presently. He's one of the most senior assemblymen, not because he didn't get full portfolio. They didn't give him any. Right? And I find it is wrong. And I told the person yesterday, I think the leader and the president chief should step in and deal with that. Because that's not right. And if you can't walk in my house just like that and see you come to repair my cupboard, you can't do that. You must inform me that, listen, Robbie, I still have a cupboard there, come and repair. Don't walk in my house. And it's wrong. That is the area representative. The man is in charge. You want to go and do something? Inform the person. Not because you want to throw your hat in the ring, as the local saying goes. Throw the hat in the ring. Right? But tell me you're coming to do something and don't walk in my area and do that. That is wrong. Right? So, Mr. Howie Name, have to get you together and take time in. That is not the right way to do things. You have to follow protocol. And by doing that way, you feel people will, some people side with the man, talking as a foolishness. But the people up on that side, they don't want him. If they want to see Bacana, let them go and make the mistake and move Cunningham from up there. Now look and see what's happening. Cunningham is working. Although he ain't getting the opportunity to do what he wants to do for the area, he's working still. Yeah, he's working. So that all going on long time. You don't know this boy doing this thing here. And this is wrong. So they had to get the act together. And the people on the outside looking in and see what's happening. People on the outside looking in and see what's happening. So they have to get their act together and deal with this thing once and for all, and Kwesi Stevens must lay down, please.
Caller, thank you. You have a good morning.
Okay, then.
Don't call nobody name on my program, please. All right, so we're moving along. All you fix it now. That's all I'm asking this morning. Fix it, please. Right? Fix it, please. 6:36 a.m. I get distracted here with something somebody sent me on my phone here.
Is that?
I need to just make a little call here. I get a little distracted. I'm reading something. Rowley Jr. morning. I get a little distracted here, but let me take a call and go to him to find out what is that. Morning, Jenny.
Hi, morning, Miss Felix.
Morning.
Bruce. Morning,
Morning.
91.9 Neil and Female Warriors, Mr. Chancellor Guru. Miss Felix, Mr. Archer will always tell us that Tobago persons are politically schooled and they will get it together, right? They will work it out in all families that have disagreements, and you need to sit and talk. Me, I believe conversation and communication is most important, so I'm not going there. Miss Felix, listen, I just want to touch quickly on two things, because I know Mr. Stuart Young is my member of parliament, so I have a vested interest like everybody else in it. Wendy, I just want to ask, because I have a Dr. Eric Williams education, and because I'm Mr. Patrick Manning, I was able to attend tertiary and do tertiary education, so I have those, so I don't know. And our teachers and all our scholars, everything all over the world, are used because of our intelligence and, all the education we got. The same ambassadors and diplomats and all that, they use the words very carefully. There's a ways and means to it. The ambassador said that he spoke about the Rio Treaty. That doesn't mean he speak about any breach. The ambassador is a diplomat and the use of words are important. So if they had spoken about any breach of the treaty, it would have been mentioned. Right? You could speak generally about something and don't be specific. And if he just reminded us of the fact that we signed on to the Rio Treaty, that doesn't mean to say he mentioned we breach anything. And if you were to read the Rio Treaty, it's about protection of country in the time of war and aggression. And the countries to not deal with that particular country that is in war with another one. Right? And it's about that. I'm asking, is America at war with Venezuela or in aggression with Venezuela? I think not. And has the UK okayed any sanction against Venezuela? The executive order from the United States is a federal one, that is for the federal government and the people of America and any American state. That is not a decision for the world. Because Trinidad and Tobago would have signed on to the United Nations chapter, right, in 1962, I think it was. And when you look at the United Nations chapter, Article 103, it states that obligation to the United Nations prevails over all other treaties' obligations. So it means to say that the Rio Treaty that we signed on to, the United Nations Article of 103, trumps that. So it's whatever the United Nations states. And if the United Nations did not sanction Venezuela or give anybody the right to sanction it, we fall under the body of the United Nations, so we breach anything. You can't breach something when you sign on to a bigger organization that tells you, when you sign on to 103, any other treaty that any other country has, that from that. So I don't understand what the bacchanal about breach and breach. Right, so I move on. I want to find out this morning, Ms. Felix, who is the owner of Palo Seco Agricultural Enterprise Limited.
You get it too?
I also would like to find out if recently that the police had a court order to go to that company to get information regarding contracts and variations and registrations. I also want to know, because I'm asking questions, if that company used to get contract that was usually $5,000 and they go all up to $70,000.
It was inflated?
I'm also asking.
Wait, Jenny, wait. It was inflated from the 5 to the 70?
Yes, I asking. I don't know.
Okay, I asking.
Right, because those are not. I want to know also if police would have gone to that person's house yesterday or day before. We asking questions. We want to know if that same company used to be building pavilions down in the south.
Jenny?
Yes, Miss Felix.
Stick a pin. Don't move. The ad's coming up. Stay right there. Don't move a foot.
Okay, Miss Felix.
Right. Only we going to the ads. We'll be back. Hot days. Hot Wednesday.
The Titans of Democracy on the Street 919 FM.
Hey, just in case you didn't know, every morning on the street 919 FM, taking Sharon and Bruce Wayne, the Titans of Democracy. That's the morning show.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
The Titans of Democracy on the street 919 FM.
Jenny, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Right. Go ahead, please.
No,
We
again,
are back.
Ms. Felix, as I was saying, I'm just asking questions. I'm not saying anything is a fact. I'm asking questions. Because when the situation with Marley McDonald came up, it was all over. It was a big talk all over.
But
Trinidad
I what I
Tobago,
come and
some
see this
alleged.
morning, we ain't see nothing in the papers.
Right.
It's a bird, it's a plane,
Right.
it's, they ain't write a story.
Right, so I just asking because Miss Marley McDonald's situation was played out and all that happened and whatever. So we asking. Because it's important that we know. So again, I ask him, who is the owner of Palo Seco Agricultural Enterprise Limited?
Lord, I have to get that information.
Yes, PAEL. Right, what they used to do, what the contract was for, was the contract hiked up from $5,000 to $70,000. The police, with a high court order last week, went and swooped down on that particular enterprise. For what reason? Is the owner of that company in Trinidad and Tobago right now? If the owner is not in Trinidad, where is the owner? Will the owner be coming back? I am asking questions, Ms. Felix, because it's important we know. They want to tell us about everybody else, but we want to know about everything. Is that the owner of the company currently selling off the assets at our company? So is the person ever coming back?
What jail is this?
We want to know, Ms. Felix.
By any chance the person sell the vehicle?
Yeah, I asked him, a car, a big Porsche car,
Jesus.
But we want to know. Is it?
You know what I'm laughing at? That sounding like a person was asking a lot of questions in Parliament to the Prime Minister.
Well, I don't know. Them like to ask questions and we like to ask questions too. I didn't have a handbag to carry, so I don't know. I didn't get elevated from handbag to anything. I don't know. I can still carry my handbag. Miss Felix, we want to know. I'm calling Miss Anna Ramdas. That's her name?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Anna Ramdas, darling, where are you? Could you do some in what do you call it? Investigative journalism and see if we could get to the bottom of this very troubling situation? Because you all were all over Mrs. Marley McDonald, and we had to sit back and watch and let the law takes its course and the police and all that. So we want to know who owns Palo Seco Agricultural Enterprise Limited. Are they subject to a police investigation? Have the police raided that person's home who owned this company and who built pavilions all down in the south area? I think a close family relative, I think I'm asking, was working there. And is that person and the close relative not in the country today? I don't know, Ms. Felix. I need to go because it's question too much more and more question than answers. And we want some answers. You don't think so, Ms. Felix?
Jenny, where your mother gone?
Oh, gosh, unfortunately, my mom died some years ago.
I thought you would have told me she go on Parang.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
I didn't have the luxury to carry her all those places. And we didn't have no money for no business, We did what we did, honestly, and we work hard. By the sweat of thy brow, man shall eat bread. That's what they tell African people. So we must follow it to the rule. Miss Felix, I go on here because you see me, my head starting to hurt me. I want to prepare myself when I need to speak to the train body essay competition. Miss Felix?
Yes,
It is
ma'am.
too much. I go on.
Papa. We Papa, we food. Mr. Chance, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Felix.
Good morning, Mr. Chance.
Good morning, Brucey boy.
Morning,
Good morning,
morning.
Jenny. You know, Jenny, I am here and I wonder and I say, well, since you start to ask questions, I wanted to ask, you know. You know, I said I wasn't going to say anything this morning. But when you ask a question, have you noticed my colleague, my veteran journalist colleague, by the name of Keith Subero, did you see this article?
Yeah, Mr. Chan, I saw the, and I know I'm looking for the
So
article.
I want to, you know, that is my good friend, my schoolmate.
It's on your Facebook page, ain't?
Yeah.
Yes.
And listen, he sent it to me some time ago and I was waiting. And yesterday we had a discussion and he told me it was printed in the Express.
Yes,
I told him I didn't want to say anonymous. So I wanted, just like Jenny asked, I wanted the question he's asking, so I want to ask it for him too. You know? I want to ask the predecessor, were you investigated? I want to ask the police, did you investigate Ms. Kamala Prasad Decessor? Wasn't she head of the National Security Council at the time? Didn't Mr. Wiley say that he spoke with the head of the National Security Council? Was she investigated? Do you know the name? Have you ever seen the name Kaldwakak? She is the person who wrote the first story about it. Could you not find her and ask her anything about it? There's some questions I'm asking as well, like Jenny. Could you not get the report and the statements being made in the House of Commons and in the Senate? I'm just asking some questions. You see, I'm not a detective. I don't have those things. But I'm asking the question because, according to my good friend and my colleague, this matter must not remain cold. It's a serious matter because in England and the United States, they consider it very serious. You see, while we may consider it here a waste of time, the British Parliament and the U.S. Senate consider it very serious because it invaded the privacy of their citizens. So I like Mr. Keith Subero, who wrote the article. I have to ask some questions because my privacy was also invaded. So I want to, just like Jenny asked some questions, let me ask again. I want to ask again. Was Madam Al-Makey, investigated? Because you see, Madam Al-Makey was the head of the Security Council of Trinidad and Tobago at the time. And Mr. Wiley, with his golden or whatever hair he had, said he had discussions with that person, Miss Al-Makey. Was she investigated? Was Mr. Jack Warner investigated? Those are some questions like Jenny I want to know because they are very serious questions and they will not be allowed to be placed in the frozen department. Thank you very much, Ms. Felix. And I look forward, and Bruce, I look forward to Jenny's exciting discussion on the essays coming forward. Tomorrow, I will speak about the Titans of Democracy homeschool project. We'll talk about comprehension tomorrow. Thank you very much, my people.
Mr. Chance.
Yes, my dear.
Before you leave, can you please redirect that story to me?
Yes, I will, but you know it's on the
I'm
newspaper.
looking.
But I will send it to you, ma'am, immediately.
Thank you so
So
kindly.
tomorrow we may discuss it a little more matter.
Yes, please, sir.
I'll be so grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much for your kindness.
Thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
6:56 a.m. We have much time today to deal with the real issues that we really want to deal with. But I too asked the questions, just as Jenny. Basically, I didn't want to come out and thank Jenny. I want to thank you very much. You see, if I had asked the questions, they would have said, I have a political campaign streak. But I say, let me leave it. But I didn't know it had other people out there knew the same thing I knew. Thanks for the questions, Jenny. And thanks for the questions, Mr. Chance. All you be playing smart with foolishness in this country. All you go back and dip all your finger for the UNC. Led by, look, Ma Baker. Anyhow, what I want to say, it ain't radio friendly. So I'm trying to keep myself to myself today and keep my pressure down. But every day I had to talk to our citizens of this country. And I want to say this too before we go to the news. It could be anybody that I see wrongdoings happening and I feel offended, I'm going to speak out. Nobody's to stifle me. No one. If something right, it cannot be wrong. And if it's wrong, it can't be right. And we must always put ourselves in another man's shoes to know how tight it could be sometimes. So what you don't like for yourself, don't do it to others. Simple. If you want to see me perform, give me the space and give me all that I need. And if I fall down on the job, or I did not perform in the manner that you wanted, then you could chastise me. But if you ain't give me nothing, if you ain't get, you put me in an office with a desk, did they do Skippy that at time, you know? To hush him out. I wonder if you remember that. You put me in an office with nothing to do, and then you want to chastise me and walk all over. Let me tell you something. It's bad when we're in a household together and we want to fight one another than when an outside person come to fight somebody in your household. Careful of what you're doing. Think twice. Go in the area that you're living in and you belong to, fight that area. You ain't going up against that one though. But you want to come and piggyback on the next one. All you, leave me. We go into the news. We'll be back. Leave me alone this morning. I beg you all you.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Hey, just in case you didn't know, every morning on the street 919 FM, taking Sharon and Bruce Wayne, the titans of democracy. That's the morning show.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
The Titans of Democracy on the street 919 FM. News from the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I am Jason Thomas, and this is the 7 a.m. Major Newscast brought to you courtesy the Street 919 FM and Street TV. In the headlines, U.S. Ambassador says he spoke to National Security Minister on Venezuelan Vice President's visit. The Attorney General appeals to the public to apply pressure to the opposition regarding the bail bill. Regionally, CARICOM sends election observation mission to Suriname. And internationally, Vice President of South Sudan contracts coronavirus. And now for the details. United States Ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago Joseph Mondello issued a statement yesterday saying that he has spoken to National Security Minister Stuart Young on the visit of Venezuelan Vice President Delcy Rodriguez. Mr. Mondello said he expressed to Mr. Young concern over the visit in March and that was not consistent with this country's obligation to the Rio Treaty. He reminded Minister Young that Article 20 of the treaty makes it unambiguously clear that all measures imposed by the organ of consultation are binding on all treaty parties, whether or not they voted in favor of such measures. Travel restrictions for sanctioned individuals fall under the organ. In other news, at a press conference at his office in Port of Spain on Tuesday, Attorney General Faris Alwari has called on citizens to apply pressure on members of the opposition to reverse their decision not to support the bail amendment bill. Mr. Alwari suggested that public outcry would be the only thing that may have the proposed legislation, which was rejected for a second time by the opposition last Friday. The AG said the only way the population will obtain its protection is if there is a public outcry. He sought to question opposition leader Kamla Persad-Bissessa's object to the legislation which seeks to deny bail for persons charged with firearm offences. As Prime Minister Mrs. Persad-Bissessa, he said, pioneered similar but more restrictive legislative initiatives on bail. During the press conference, Mr. Alwari sought to commend Police Commissioner Gary Griffith for advocating for the amendments, which he was confident would assist based on successes during his stint as National Security Minister. In regional news, CARICOM has fielded an election observation mission at the request of the government of Suriname to monitor that country's May 25th general elections. The 4-member mission arrived in Suriname on Monday. It will be headed by Supervisor of Elections of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dora James. The mission proposes to meet with the electoral officials, leaders of political parties, and other stakeholders in Suriname. The team will monitor the process from the opening of the polls to the counting of the ballots. In international news, Vice President of South Sudan, Riek Machar, who was a part of a task force to fight the coronavirus in his country, is now in self-isolation after testing positive for the virus. Mr. Machar said that several other members of the task force have also tested positive. A new task force has already taken over their work. His wife and Defense Minister Angelina Tenney, along with bodyguards and other staff, have all been affected. South Sudan has recorded 236 confirmed cases with 4 deaths. That was a look at our news. Now for a look at the weather. For the period today until midnight, Trinidad, Tobago and the remainder of the Lesser Antilles, partly cloudy conditions with occasional showers and periods of rain. There is a low chance, 20%, of a heavy shower thunderstorm favoring the early afternoon periods. Gradual improvement can be expected towards evening to give a mostly fair night. Seas are moderate, waves 1.5 meters to 2 meters in open waters, less than 1 meter in sheltered areas. It is currently 33 degrees Celsius in Piarco and 32 degrees Celsius in Crown Point. And here is a recap of the headlines. U.S. Ambassador says he spoke to National Security Minister on Venezuelan Vice President's visit. The Attorney General appeals to the public to apply pressure to the opposition regarding the bail bill. Regionally, CARICOM sends election observation mission to Suriname. And internationally, Vice President of South Sudan contracts coronavirus. You've just heard the 7 a.m. national newscast brought to you courtesy The Street, 919 FM and Street TV. Stay tuned for news headlines at 9. I am Jason Thomas. Do have a good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.
So that was our national newscast brought to you courtesy the Street 919 FM and Street TV. You're locked on here with the Titans of Democracy. Keep it locked. We're getting ready to pay some bills. When we come back, hey, it's all about the Titans of Democracy essay competition.
See them moving because the music playing, all in celebration of the calypso rhythm. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's the rhythm of the man. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's the rhythm of the man. Come and dance your heart away. Come and dance your life away. Come and dance with joy band. It's the rhythm of the land. Yeah, 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 yeah.
On the street, 919 FM.
And you'll find that you can't stop moving. It's the rhythm of the land. That is the body language. It's the rhythm of the band. Of Calypso jam on the rampage. It's the rhythm of the land. It controls the system like a radar waiting, taking up vibration of this Calypso rhythm. Your heart away. Come and dance with joy band. It's the rhythm of the land. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's the rhythm of the land.
The Titans of Democracy on the Street 919 FM.
On your belly. Ready now, ready now. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hear me now. I never bad mind nobody yet. I never fight down nobody now. I never try up nobody breath. That is not in my nature, no, no, no. I never see people with them things and vex them of it. Especially when they work hard for it. But it have some people, soon as they walk through your door, they put a stumbling block in your road, your road, your road, your road.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
They're close to you. I'm telling you, enemies from the borderline. We're not blind. We don't fuck them long, long time. Yes, enemies on the borderline. Enemies from the borderline. So remove yourself. We don't want a friend from them.
All right. Trinidad and Tobago and the world by extension listening, I say good morning to you. Yeah? And Bruce?
Oi?
Right. Just checking. So, only the Wednesday hot, plenty, my throat tongue and all tying up. Plenty questions asked today. I wonder if we'll get some answers. Papa. Mouth open. Tory jump out.
Yeah.
I see Wendell was calling me. Wendell, call me now. Call me quickly because I want to go into the essay competition for the SCA students. So give me a call, Wendell. Let me see. I see him was calling. Bruce, give me 2 minutes. I'm coming back.
No problem.
Bravo.
It's so easy to love you. There is no one else before you. It's so easy.
All right.
To adore you.
Nice. Good morning, Mr. Eversley.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. And good morning to the
Wendell,
listeners. Good morning.
Good morning. Before you start to talk, can you explain to me some of the questions that was asked? Do you know anything about those things?
Well, it have more than things to ask. Remember, I keep saying on your program, as the senior counsel for the Fifth Estate, they're using, and I'm saying up to last week on your program, they're using this issue about Venezuela to divert the attention. Remember I tell
yes, we really talk about that.
Yeah, and I said, so when charges come of certain politicians, they go say that the PNM charging people. Or they understand the plan, understand how Marbika does operate. Marbika is to divert attention from real issues that's facing the country, right, to propaganda. So the propaganda machine is working with the propagandists on Facebook. On the thing, you know, you all in here about Devan Maharaj these days?
Quiet.
You all in the hand about Devan Maharaj these days?
Very quiet.
You notice the Commissioner of Police came out and talked about police officers, right, working also with gang leaders, and he intends to read them out. You notice what the Commissioner of Police gave a speech recently, not a speech where he was interviewed on television, and when he was talking about politicians, right, and what they are doing and how they are operating. And if all you realize, who is the head of the National Security Council? The head of the National Security Council is the Prime Minister. He's the chairman of the National Security Council of Trinidad and Tobago, which consists the Commissioner of Police, all the various heads of the security departments in Trinidad and Tobago, fire, prisons, Coast Guard, Army, you name it. He, and along with him, certain cabinet ministers, the Minister of National Security, the Attorney General, right, and whoever the Prime Minister sees fit to include that, and along with the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of National Security. And let me tell you all this, Trinidad and Tobago this morning. Listen to what Wendell Eversey is telling you all. There are serious investigations that are already conducted. There are serious information, serious report has handed over to the Commissioner of Police and the Director of Public Prosecution. We as members of the public of Trinidad and Tobago, I'm telling it again, we as members of the public, right? Well, listen to this now. This thing with Lee Hunt resigning from the cabinet, don't get tied up with that, you know. We have bigger picture than that. We have WhatsApp to deal with. We have a man who gone Panama. I don't even know if a certain MP gone Panama too, right? With his mother. I don't even know. I don't even know who are the politicians. All you remember, deputy political leaders. They said they have the information, right? Deputy political leaders. They went before the joint select committee. They called certain deputy political leaders, some in the Senate, some ACA senators, members of parliament. These are the questions we have to stay focused on. These are the questions we have to stay focused on. We have to remind the population of Trinidad and Tobago, how come they follow the money? How come they're telling us about certain things? We have to bring back into the forefront Dana Sita Hall murder. Who are the people really behind it? If the people inside there, if they are the cover-up and the real people outside, it's talk that politicians involved. We have to bring back the issue of life sport. All you fail to understand that people was murdered. A director of sport flee the country. Say why? You all heard a former political leader and a former member of parliament say that he had to come to him for protection. Garvin Hiram have to tell the population of Trinidad and Tobago if the same director of sport came to him and passed on certain information along with former deputy commissioner of police Richardson. And I ain't talking about gas, Trinidad and Tobago this morning. I give a lady facts there and I asked Gavin, you have to challenge me if that is not true. I went there saying that live on your public radio this morning. And I'm telling you, I will stand up for Trinidad and Tobago any day. We have to weed out the corrupt politicians. We cannot allow them to face back the polls in 2020 and Marvick have to come clean with the population of Trinidad and Tobago. Who are the police officers passing information to them? Who are the immigration officers passing information to them? Trinidad and Tobago, all you get tied up with this Delcy Rodriguez issue. They will deal with that, right? They will deal with that, and I doubt the government so stupid to sell gas to a director of Venezuela and knowing that what's going on in Venezuela today, although our policies is let Venezuela see about the business themselves, and we stand with that, we stand with CARICOM, we stand with the United Nations, they still have a seat. Venezuela, they recognize one president of Venezuela, this is the current President Maduro, right? President Trump, and a handful of countries recognize the opposition leader. The opposition leader was sitting down with the failed attempted coup, right? Up to now, he's running underground. All you understand what's taking place? Who are the people taking Venezuela fight today? Kamala Persad-Bissessar. When a woman could talk and talk about the sun, something about the sun, and when all you know, Brazil, closer to the equator than us, hotter than us. How much people die in Brazil from this coronavirus? That's to show you the mentality, the thinking, and then going to La Joqueta and telling the population about, but they're going to lock up poor black fella and don't want to get a bail for guns and all kind of things. And when she...
But when she was there, they used the same... But wait, Wendell, they went to Parliament in a haste with that same bill. Yes. They went to Parliament in a haste, and as soon, it wasn't even a good 2 weeks, they call her SOE. And I'll never forget the words. Lock them up, we go deal with that after.
And then after, who representing them in the court today?
The same,
who represent? They put laws for them to benefit from.
Thank you.
And I want to tell all of this before I leave here. All you listen to this, the Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, Gary Griffith talk about police officers who on suspension, and we have to pay them millions of dollars. And the same thing I was calling about lawyers who've been charged. It's time we let the Law Association account to the public. As Justice Nadia Kangalua asked, what is the public perception of the Law Association? Well, then listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm closing with this. In the Law Association, there's a tag team, Anand and Ramdeen. Watch and see who taking up matters. Devan Maharaj going before the court. You think Devan Maharaj paying SC Ramdeen? I'm not SC Anand Ramlogan, the Philippine Ramdeen? No. But if they win against the state has to fork out one set of money. We taxpayers have to fork out money to pay them. To pay them costs and all this kind of thing. It's time we call on the Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago to go after our money from Devan Ramnath, from Devan Maharaj, who take us to court, who went to take the Minister of Communication to court to be a journalist. We have to go after our money, all the money that they went to court for and they lose, and watch the tax team and lawyers. Well, they open all their eyes. It's a tax team and lawyers. 1, 2, senior counsel, Anand Ramlogan, and if it's not Ramlogan, it's Ramdeen. If it's not Ramdeen, it's Anand Ramlogan. And who filing the case? Devan Maharaj. And who again? Ravi's in them? Ravi Maharaj. Although watch and see what's going on in this country. Watch and see the bloggers on Facebook. And they're trying to divide us. And they're trying to play on the minds of poor little Africans. Right? And I'm telling you all in the East-West corridor, reject Kamla Prasad Vistasa. Although don't be fooled by Marbeka. Marbeka intends to destroy Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm telling you all, according to the scriptures, all you read the book of Revelation, they talk about the 666. I know the 666, the mark of the beast. It's not animal, it's a system. And watch how the system operates. See how they undermine it. But let me tell you something. We are praying people. We believe in God. The numbers are showing that God is on our side. And those who are wicked and want to form evil weapons against us will not prosper. Well, let's stand up, open all their eyes, log on to this program every morning. I, Wendell Eversey, going to speak out, and I'm asking this, who are the persons really responsible for Dana Sitahal that are gone?
All right. At this time, Trinidad and Tobago, I have to leave it right here. I have to leave it here, and I have to now call in Jenny for us to speak about our essay competition, the Titans of Democracy essay competition of the SEA students. Woo, Papa. Fire Wednesday, I not bacchanal, I Fire Wednesday. Lord. Good morning to Mr. and Mrs. Regis. Good morning to Mr. and Mrs. Primus. Good morning to all our listeners. Good morning to all our listeners in Tobago. And I say in Tobago, only fix the problem, please. Fix it, please. Good morning to all our listeners in the world. The UK, the US of A, in Amsterdam, in Germany, in Sweden, in French Paris. Good morning, Bruno. Not hearing you at all. Good morning to Maryland. Good morning to the whole world. Good morning to Canada, Toronto, Caracas. Good morning to all of you. Good morning, good morning. Lord Father. Where is Jenny? Jenny, where you there? Right. Okay. Jenny?
Yeah, Mr. Felix.
Now this is your time. I want you to take your time. Explain. You're ready to give the right. So give all the explanation. And children, I hope you're listening. I hope that mommy and daddies and aunties and uncles, I hope you're listening so that you can take the information down if the children misses out. Go ahead.
This morning again, children, we hope that you get your pen and your paper. Mummies, wake them up. Let them get a pen and the paper and write down these rules for the essay Titans of Democracy SEA 2020 competition. Now again, we are saying this competition is only for the children who will be sitting SEA 2020, not 21 and not 22, 2020. So these are the rules of the competition because, as I would have said before, the questions will be given on Monday. 3 questions will be given and you have your choice of one. So I'm just giving the rules leading up to Monday where you will get more information. Rule number 1, Listen attentively, children, and parents, if you're listening again, wake up the children. The competition is open to all SCA 2020 students who are thereafter called entrants. So when I read the next rule, I will not be saying SCA students. I'll just be simply saying entrants. Rule number 2, the entrants are not to be assisted by anyone. Rule number 3, there shall be an independent panel of adjudicators who will score these essays and determine the results in order of merit. Simply meaning, parents who listen and have concerns, no member of the team Titans, no member of Titans Democracy, or their friends or family will be assessing these papers. These essays will be assessed by independent persons out of the Ministry of Education,
Jenny?
whose job it is
Jenny?
to score. Yes?
Stick one pin there. You will go back over that. When we say no member of the Titans of Democracy, I don't want people to feel it's the entire listenership. The team.
No, I'm not talking about getting involved in the essay. I'm talking about who will be adjudicating on the essay papers.
Okay,
we
good.
will
Nice.
not be the judges.
Right.
No member of Titan Democracy or the Team Titans or family will be marking the essay
Right. Okay,
papers.
thanks.
That's what I'm speaking about. It will be marked by professionals from out of the Ministry of Education, whose job it is that is exactly what they do. So I'm speaking in terms of the judging of the essay competition, right? So that people know it will be done fairly and independently. Rule number 4, school books voucher prices will be awarded to the first 10 places in order of merit. So, mommies, you will not be getting no cash in your hands. The voucher will have the child name on it, and you all will use it as see fit at whatever bookstores that the vouchers are linked to. Rule number 5, entrance, before you start your essay, you must put your full name, your age, your address, the school that you're attending, and a phone contact. That is simply so that we'll know your ages, we'll know what school you attend to, so that nobody can sneak in and play the right essay and feel like could get away with it. We will be checking to see whether or not you are a SCA student writing exams this year. Rule number 6. After you would have completed writing your full name, your age, your address, the school and phone number, you will then start and select your essay topic, and we will begin writing your essay. Your essay should not be less than 200 words, and it should not be more than 250 words. Rule number 7, your essays are to be emailed. That email address will be given to you on Monday when the questions or the topics for the essay are given. Again, your essay has to be submitted by email, and that you will get that on Monday. Submission to the Titan of Democracy Essay 2020 Essay Competition will begin 9 a.m. on Monday, the 25th. So that is the same day that you'll be getting the topics. It will begin at 9. And it will end at 3 p.m. on Friday, the 29th of May, 2020. So you have a full week. No essays will be submitted after 3 p.m. on Friday, the 29th of May. So if you send it 5 past 3, 2 past 3, it will not be accepted. It must meet the deadline of 3 p.m. So I urge you to send it even before that. And again, the decision of the adjudicating panel, is final. So there will be no querying and no question as why my child own didn't get through and my child own was good. The adjudicators are professionals from the Ministry of Education. When they make their decision on the final 10, that is what it is. And finally, no member of Team Titans or the Titans Democracy, family members and children and all that are taking part. But it does not mean that the listenership was a silent or calling persons who call in and not entitled to take part. That is just simply for persons like Bruce, Auntie Sharon, myself, Mr. Chance, our guru, and others who are the Teen Titans and their family members are not allowed to take part. But the callers of 91.9 Titans of Democracy and the listeners are free for their children or family members who are SA students to take part. So again, I hope you all are listening. We will go over these rules for the rest of the week. So if you miss anything, you will be able to pick up on it. And if you have any queries, you can call in before Friday. And if there's anything that we can address, we will address it. But again, the rules are very simple. So I do not anticipate there will be much queries. So children, I hope you're up and you take note. And parents, if they are not up today, please wake them up for in the morning so that they can get the results again after the 7 o'clock news has been completed, and Ms. Felix would have indicated that. So I want to thank you, Ms. Felix. Do you have any questions?
No, sir, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Very well.
Well,
So
well put together, I must say. Thank you very much.
Okay, and again, I insist that we do not anticipate queries because our rules are very clear. It is written in a way that everybody can understand. And we will start on Monday when the essay topics will be given out, and you will also get the email address for the Titans of Democracy essay competition. So again, my children, I hope you would have listened. Parents, get them up. So we will repeat this again tomorrow. Thanks, Ms. Felix. I'm out.
Okay, my dear. All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, let me just say to you, I hope you heard everything. I hope that you understood everything that was said. I hope that the SCA students are listening, or the parents, and that we will have as much entrance persons participating, and we're making sure and looking to make sure we get some donations in terms of giving you a good price. And we will tell you about what the prices are. Don't worry. We coming up with the thing. So it's 7:39 a.m. and today is the 20th of May, 2020. And let's say to all of you celebrating your birthdays today, I say happy birthday to all of you. And only do the thing right, you know. Be safe. Be safe. Practice becomes perfect. So, you know, I have a
labeling today Hot Wednesday.
Fire Wednesday, boy. Fire Wednesday.
Fire. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
God. Ooh, we start with a bang. We start with a bang, 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 bang. But let me just say, let me say good morning to Mrs. Rowley, Mrs. Crosby, Uncle Landy, darling. You know, long I hear from Uncle Landy, but I spoke to him the other day. I know he's okay. To Tash, Vern Extavor. Good morning to all of you. Duke, morning. Good morning to all of Street 919 FM. Good morning to everybody. Every single body. Bruce, you good?
Yeah, good.
All right.
Thanks. Are good.
Sometimes in life, I learned that, you had to, when you're feeling to be in a particular way, don't let nothing hold you back. Lay it out. Because sometimes you just say, are you holding that? And you know what has happened? I know what's going on. I had my experiences, so I could write a book.
Good.
Don't worry, call me for parts of the chapters. I will give you. Jenny, morning.
Hi, morning, Sharon. Just called to say morning to you and Bruce.
Good morning, my darling.
Morning.
Everything, you know, I cannot call in because I'm just learning. Just want you all to know I'm listening to you. I love you guys and have a blessed.
Love you too. All right. Okay, my darling. So, Miss New Village, good morning to you, hon. Massachusetts, good morning. The whole of our listenership outside of Trinidad. You know, we listen to all over the world, you know. We listen to all over the world. But let me go back to my little bacchanal. Let me tell all you this. Whenever that bell is rung, whenever they ring that election bell, all you do the right thing and see what I'm telling you. Caller, good morning.
Miss Sharon.
Yes, Miss Gloria.
Morning, Brucey.
Morning.
How you going?
We good.
We good,
Well,
we
girl,
good.
Miss Sharon, my cousin from Florida, birthday today, so she chatting with me all the time. I wake up since 5 o'clock, I listen to all here. I say, well, oh God, I ain't can't even say I'm in Trinidad prayer today, boy. But anyway, I pray already for all you, right?
Yes.
So hear me. Kamala Costa, the sister, not going back. No. Amen. Mother Tuna Puna, they're not going back. Miss Sharon?
Yes, ma'am.
They not go back. Blessing and cover all of the brothers Jesus. Be safe. God bless all you. Everybody, good morning. Miss Gloria here. Happy like Papi. I dance. Ruthie boy, I love you dancing enough. I'm happy. Love all you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, my darling.
Bye-bye.
Bye. 1285, how are you?
Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning, my darling.
Good morning to my dear friend Lucy.
Good morning, my dear.
I know you're vexed with me, but I not. Good morning
I'll call
to
you, man.
Sexy
Don't
Flesh.
worry.
Sharon, good morning to all the Titans and them. What I want to tell Mrs. Trump, trumpet or Trump?
Trumpet.
Okay.
Trump and trumpet.
Don't cry out loud. Just keep it inside. And learn how to hide your feelings.
Papa.
Fly high and proud. And if you should fall, remember you almost had it all.
I have to put on a singing competition here, you know. One of
That
these
is what I have to
Fridays.
say to Miss Trumpet. Bruce, please call me or I will call you. I know you're going to be busy with your children, but so
Okay, I'll
you're
call.
always doing
I'll
a
call.
thing, okay? I love down and
Yeah.
listening. Everybody have a blessed day.
Thank you very much, my dear. All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, 7:44 a.m. We're getting ready to leave in a little while. We leave at 5 minutes before the hour. So again, let me say good morning. Let me send some love to my partner on Sea Boy, Brian Joe Field Boy. Crow the fishman. Crow morning. Good morning to my friend Nicole Graves, our friend. Good morning to everybody listening. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Sharon.
Hey, Carol, what's going on?
Morning, Bruce. Sharon, I get up early this morning.
Morning.
And go back
And I
and
get up
sleep.
before all you come on and all.
And
Before
went
you
back
come
and
on, I
went
get
back
up.
and sleep.
Oh, you know. And I drop back and sleep. But Sharon, you know, sometimes, oh gosh, sometimes this politics is something else. Yeah? Sharon, sometimes I always say it, and I say it since the beginning of this term, with CNM government, sometimes no comment is an answer that you must give. No comment at this moment. Nobody can say what you say, what you didn't say. If you're not clear, say no comment. Because sometimes you say and you say too much, and for the people you over talk.
Yeah, it's so true.
So sometimes no comment is an answer, or no comment at this moment until you could sit down and think it through and say what you want, come up with a proper answer. So I say since the beginning since 2015 to these ministers, no comment at this moment is an answer. Don't let nobody force you into saying anything that you don't want to say. No comment is a good answer. All right, Sharon.
Thank you very
I'm going
much.
with that. Bye-bye.
Thank you, my darling. Let me send birthday greetings out to Miss Mirella Moore of Point 14, Reed Road. She's 100 years today, and I know she's locked on to 91.9 FM. 100 years today, you know. Miss Mirella Moore. Good morning to you, my darling. Or they should have sent me a number to talk to her. Good morning, Miss Tunapuna.
Morning, my sugar plum with anymore.
Good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning,
Morning,
morning.
Isaiah Judy and Roy Julian. Singing Fancy, my lover girl. And to every young body. Sharon, I laughed till I nearly choked yesterday evening.
What?
I don't know why I leave on my radio after Julian them gone. But girl, guy get a boogie all day.
Who?
When the time is fast, they just got dead.
Who is that?
They walk on the old people cut it short. They say we have to cut you off. That got dead, that coming there said, we want to bring a sanction against Dr. Abu, Dr. Rowley. Yeah. But where does that dead man come from? Boy, go back to school. Isaiah, like a baby boy. How about sense than you? And he called her like a real runaway horse. You know, like he is so large and in charge that he both not Ghost. Because Ghost gonna leave him to rant and rave. But the other guy takes his
Who, Vern? Who, Vern? Nah, Vern. Let me tell you something. Vern is what you call an experienced talk show and journalist. I listened to Vern on the virtual conference asking questions. He's well respected, you know. Vern has made 91.9 tip top. He was excellent. So Vern is not jeopardy.
Oh yeah, he running there. We don't want to come around. We want them to bring something. He man can't talk, he does. He can't talk, he can't write, he can't spell, he can't do nothing. But fighting hard to be gladiator. Boy, gladiator dead. The only man recipients have nothing to get. Nothing. Because you know I could tell you I don't to get Kabla them. Not coming back. When they're coming back, we don't get for all this fool you're making yourself. Imagine you old. And he had no shame when he said, he joined the shameless gang. He go and he come back again. And he tried hard. But you see nobody want to hear you. Go away with your hungry self. Mash. Sharon, when you hear me, nobody hear me, I'm right here. I'm right there, but you know, like an people, it's a time to hold and a time to fold. A time to walk away and a time to run. Everybody going away. But when you don't have that, just say like, that for you, shut your mouth, because you'll make yourself miserable. Right now, I know it's shame to no mother hear how they done things. And Mr. Ghost, let me tell you something. You don't come and play your Malagai pay them callers. Because I'm telling you yesterday evening, Sharon, he played his bottom degrade. So he little Moruga lady friend and all that to come in and tell him, why you making people think we are so dumb? You are jamming up that case and intellectual. But you are all Ghost, you're done.
Oh God, Mr. Napuna, go on. I go on, have a good day, enjoy the day. God, they know they will go on. All right, they know they will go and see how I on my program. I want none to do that, man. Please, all you do. Vern is my friend, I ain't able with you. Mommy sauce?
Morning.
Morning
to you, morning to Brucey, morning.
Morning.
Morning all of Trinidad and Tobago, everybody. It's time too short to call names this morning. No. So morning to everybody. But I will say to the main men in my life, bless morning to you all you, love all you. I'm listening to thing with Father Rat. And here now, if there is a Jackson DC, you know. And if there is a Jackson DC with all of that, far less for the whale and the shark and them. Far less for the shark and them. So when we hear who is millionaire and who is what, you could just imagine, You could just imagine, because that Jackson, can't tell me that Jackson, all of that on the wheel and them are nothing. Anyway, all the time to come off, I look into head down the road to do a little walk. So let's take care.
Thank you, my darling.
Okay.
All right, then. All right, guys. Caller from Princess Town. We just have a few. All right, you're gone. A few minutes. All right, so we just have a few minutes. It's 7:52. We just have about, what, 3 minutes? Caller, good morning. How about that?
about
3,
that.
4 minutes?
Yeah.
Caller, good morning. All right, no answer.
No worry.
Call-
They're shaking it.
Oh,
We're
alright.
make it.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, morning.
It's Miss New Village.
Hey, hey. What's going
I tell
on?
you, I'm trying down to let the sky is rising, but I want to say, my MP, what is it so? Whatever, I can pay me yesterday already and everything, and whatever in the pipeline, we will take it. UN, don't put up no flag and feel America go sanction Trinidad and you want to be out of it. You understand? Because I don't know how they're pushing, and all of them pushing now call election now. But you ain't calling election thing, Mr. Rowley, say Dr. Rowley say it's time to do it. So I want people to be informed, know what is going on with you, and you have a choice. Whatever choice you will decide, it's then will decide the destination. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. All right. Village. Let me hear you quick. Oh, Village.
Morning, Miss Village.
Good morning.
Well, I want to say this morning, I want to tell people who can come on the program after Juliet and say that no political party don't pay them for anything. I want to tell that person, go and ask Mr. Warner if he was lying or gone.
Oh, Jesus. Why are you coming on my program to do that this morning?
Yeah,
And you know, I just get in trouble for that. I demand don't cuss me up already. You only want to cuss me again? Oh, God. Yes, caller. Oh, God.
Morning, Sharon and Bruce. Good program as usual. Time run out, Sharon. I just want to say, good program as usual. I'll call you back tomorrow.
Okay, donkey.
I have something to tell you.
All right. All right. So, guys, the word for today, let me end this thing. Free. Life is for living. Like a baby bird ready to fly from its nest, my soul desires to soar higher and higher. Created in the image and likeness of God. I was born to freely express who I truly am. If I feel frustrated along my life's journey, I turn to spirit and remember my true nature. I trust the deep spiritual current within to energize me and power me through any challenges I may encounter. When I am not making progress on a project, or I feel stuck in some area of my life, I draw upon the power of spirit to free myself. I claim my power by affirming I am free and unlimited. I'm powerful beyond measure. I am empowered to break the mental chains that have been holding me back. I choose to soar free because I know that life is for living. So God created humankind in his image, in the image of God. He created them, male and female. He created them. Genesis 1:27. This is where we leave it for today, guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Yes. Please God, we're gone. Bruce, there we go.
Ready?
Yes. Ciao.
Oh gosh, we out.
DJ Bravo. It's so easy to love you. There is no one else before you. It's so easy to adore you. Can get you off my
The
mind.
Titans of Democracy on the street, 919 FM.
You're the bad one. Dip on the thing just like a one gun. You a bougie, but you bring down tongue. Giddy up like the